the Scarborough Correctional Facility. Alright?
Yes, it's not a jail, it's a correctional
facility. That's the modern term for jail.
But as far after reading the Newsday yesterday, I was quite, I want to hear what the people have to say based upon the comments Mr. Rowley made. Now, in a post in the Tobago Newsday News, you hear Mr. Rowley saying, replying to Mr. Clint Chan, he said, it being a temporary facility, whether they complain or not, hear the thing, eh? Whether they complain or not, it would have been such temporary. Now, I don't know how to really receive that statement. Because it's like he's saying, in my opinion, like he's saying that here, whether the citizens or residents complain, it doesn't really matter. It don't matter. Right? And I find that is a big slap in the face. To me, I just find that is a big slap in the face. Whether it be a temporary facility or not, that doesn't negate the fact that at the end of the day, it would be among the residents.
Well, you see, the only thing that I fear with that is because you have children living in that community. So if something to happen, God forbid, and a prisoner decide to escape, a child will be at risk. Because these young guys, and when they see freedom or they get a taste of the freedom, they tend to hold hostage or just shoot anybody.
True, right? But they clarified the statement.
Too many times we had the lost lives of toddlers.
Okay.
Too many times, you know. So my concern is the children, right?
I could understand where your concern is,
right.
But to be quite honest, my concern wasn't really them. My concern mainly was, one, they only named it a correctional facility because they had to put it under the banner of a correctional facility if they want to house prisoners.
Right.
Now, that correctional facility, so-called correctional facility, was actually just a facility for COVID-19 inmates. Right? But to be quite honest, I just find that, it was, as far as one of the listeners said yesterday, that I need to get my facts straight. The THA didn't know about it and they did not know about. I would tell to that dear listener that if the THA did know about it and allow it to happen and had Ansel Dennis came afterwards to close it down immediately afterwards, that's an oxymoron to me. I want to hear your thoughts on that.
No, well, it is alleged.
It is
alleged. Okay, I'm going to use the term alleged, that the purpose in which they said the facility was for, it turned out not being that. Hence the reason why it was shut down. It is alleged.
But you see that to me, there's a lot of hearsay, going on with this thing, because I could recall listening to Radio Tamrin at one point in time, an interview with the head of prisons, I think it's in Tobago here, and he said, well, let the chips fall where it may, basically. I'm just paraphrasing here. Said, let the chips fall where it may, because Tobago needs a correctional facility. We need it. We know that. We do. Right? And when you do the history, he actually spoke of Belmont. That's when you're going up to thing. They were supposed to put a facility there, and that fell through the cracks.
Yes, we need. Right? I'm not disputing the fact that Tobago needs a facility. My dispute is the location. We do, because the one in Scarborough, it's to me, it's dilapidated. So basically, yes, we do need a correctional facility. It's urgently needed, but it's the location.
Well,
I think that's the problem, the location.
Yes. Most residents would have a problem with the location. And remember, we made some suggestions in terms of the housing of the COVID-19, but not the correctional facility.
Yeah.
And I want my fellow listeners to actually understand that. Is that I'm not saying that Chauvin, and I'm going to quote it again, I'm not saying that Chauvin should be the correctional facility. What I'm saying is that if they want to temporarily, according to Mr. Rowley in the papers yesterday, if they want to temporarily house COVID-19 patients, we have facilities for that. They can use the Chauvin facility, which is a new facility, which is basic. To me, it is underpopulated in terms of prisoners and so forth and so forth. Why not use there? Why not?
Maybe it depends on how much it can accommodate. Do we know how much it can accommodate?
Yeah, but you see, the thing about it is now, that is where now we need figures. How many prisoners does it have on the island in Tobago? How many prisoners does it really have? And then on top of that, because I think there's a policy where once you're passing a certain amount of days or certain amount of years, you have to be sent down to Trinidad and so forth and so forth. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that policy is true, but if that policy is true, that means we only have a small clique of individuals in the prison in Tobago.
But not necessarily though, because it depends on the offense. All right, if it's for like petty offenses where you're getting 6 months, 3 months, 18 months, 9 months, it depends.
Well,
because if you have 30 people who have the offenses beneath a year, that's a lot still in the Scarborough prison. So it depends on the
quantity
and the length of time that the person got they've been incarcerated for.
Well, I would agree. Again, to the callers, to my callers, and to the fellow Facebook viewers, I want to say good morning. Good morning to
Hi, good morning.
I'm seeing here Miss Crosby online. I'm seeing a lot of people viewing us on via Facebook. So I just want to say good morning. And the topic is the correctional facility. But I wanna jump off of topic for a little bit, Maggie, and I want to touch on what the release that Gary Griffith released. Making it known to the 200. Remember, we spoke briefly on the 250 people that got arrested for that Zessa party.
Right. We need to be corrected on that because they weren't arrested. They were charged.
Well. Well, it's the same thing. Arrested, charged.
Were charged. But I was listening to his comment on that, and what he was saying is that as long as you're having a party on a private property and you send out an invite to the public, you charge a fee. You have what's the ban you normally put?
Right. Yeah.
As long as you have that, you are inviting the public. Hence, you are breaching the COVID health restriction. Right? He did explain that because I was listening to that this morning, and he also mentioned the difference between a wedding's reception, or a wedding, and a party. With the wedding, you are inviting people. So you can only attend my wedding via invitation only. Hence, you will be able to curb that crowd because you know how much people you have invited. But when you're having a party and you send out invitation, you're charging, funds are being passed, and all of that, then you're breaching the COVID health restriction.
But you see, people, I want people on the Facebook Live and listening live via 91.9 via our frequency via Facebook. I want all to actually weigh in on this. Now, tell me if that is not an oxymoron. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the point of actually having the restrictions is to keep from having a crowd, right? Mm-hmm. It's to not have that build-up of a lot of people in one area so that, you could curb the spread of the COVID-19.
Right.
Now, think about it. So are you willing now to risk your life for a wedding in comparison to our Zesa party. That is the first thing. And then the second thing is, don't you think that I don't know. This is how I feel about it. That makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. Because
I think it makes sense, because if I'm getting married and we are under a certain regulation due to the COVID, and I think the gathering for that is what, 20? I
believe the maximum 20. Is 20. I think they believe
I am going to invite 20 persons.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
so your social distance, everybody must have on a mask, you must sanitize, you practice the safety precautions. So it is possible. But when you have a Zesa party and you open your door to the public, you send out flyers, you advertise, right? And you start a charge. Now you don't have a restriction there on the figure, right? So once, all right, my partner here about the party and your partner here at the party, and we have the money, we will pay and enter that party. Hence, you will be having a crowd of more than 20.
Yeah, but you see,
so can you social distance in a Zesa party that has a crowd, let's say about 100 to 150?
No, but you see, the thing about it is, it did not have 20 within the wedding, because the wedding was so crowded. It had chauffeurs outside, not chauffeurs, sorry, but it had ushers, is the word I was looking for. Ushers outside actually directing people where to park, which speaks to a quantity of people. So now my thing is that how is it these people are charged? Now I understand that they were charging and all of these things. I understand that they were charging patrons to come in and all of these things, but let's just say they wasn't charging at all. Let's just say that. Is it okay then to have that party? And that, to me, that is where the oxymoron begins. You understand me? That is where it begins, because you can't tell me that it's okay to have a party on a private residence. Now, here's the thing, it's okay to have a private residence if you know, as the authority, is trying to prevent COVID-19. You understand me? So, had these 250 people, or the promoter of this Zesa party that got arrested, had they not charged by the door, you're telling me that this party would have been allowed to go on? That is what you're telling me. That is my first thing. That is what you're telling me. They would have just let it happen and just be like, okay, well, cool, the party don't happen, it don't go on, who get COVID. That is what you're telling me. Because to me, I don't see the sense in it. Because on one hand, you're saying that the people need to adhere to the COVID regulations and this and that and the other, wear a mask and this and that and the other and so forth and so forth. But to me, I don't see there being any distinctive difference in reference to, now I'm being careful here, in reference to the quantity of people being in the two events. That is my thing. The quantity of people within the two events is one thing that you have to watch at. Then two, you're telling me that what distinguish between the two is the payment.
It is how many people were in the wedding?
Well, again, and that's why I say it.
Right.
Once you have ushers telling you exactly, okay, well, you can't park there and the streets are filled on both sides. Come on.
Yeah, but you had to remember, you cannot base the capacity of space on the amount of vehicle, because if we have 20 persons in a building, everybody has a car. That's 20 cars. Now 20 cars will look so much. That does not say, because you see 20 cars, the party have 50, 60 people.
That's a very heavy assumption, though.
It's not. That's reality, assumption. Because everybody now have their own vehicle.
So you're telling me that
you ever go by the bank, see the car park full of cars, and when they enter into the bank, it barely have anybody there.
No, again, and this is one.
So we cannot make that assumption based on having usher in vehicle, because one person, if each person has a car, the 20 cars will look so much, but when they enter into that space, how many people are there? No. So supposing there's only 75 people in the wedding.
Well,
and here's a party, have 200.
Yeah, but you see, the thing about it is, whether it be 75 people, whether it be 20 people, 5 people, it doesn't matter. What as far as the thing is saying, as far as the Minister of National Security is saying, and the Commissioner of National Security, is saying, is that it once it is a private residence, it's okay. That's basically what they're saying. It's okay.
It's okay, but the moment you breach that by sending out invitations to the public, taking a fee.
No, I understand that. We're not disputing that.
Where you violated the COVID health restriction.
No,
that is simply what they are saying.
But I believe that we lost the COVID restrictions. The COVID restrictions went out the door from the moment more than 10 people within your home. That went out the door because they're coming from the public. They're coming from different homes. So,
but they are practicing safety.
How is that?
No, I'm not speaking about the Zessa party, because in a Zessa party you cannot practice.
But
safety.
even in a wedding,
everybody would not. In a wedding they can.
No, but you see the thing about,
because you have to have on your mask. It's the policy. You must have on the mask. And I have seen weddings between
March?
No, between July to now, because March we were on lockdown. So between July to now, I have seen weddings where the bridal party, she made sure and had her bridal party in mask.
No,
they sanitized. They as long as and they wore gloves.
Yeah, but you're missing the point that I'm making.
But in a Zessa party, you would not study to do that.
No, I understand that.
That is my point.
No, but
you cannot practice safety in a Zessa party.
I understand and I agree.
This one wants a wine and that one wants a wine, and then everybody's sweaty. Come on.
Yes, but still, it doesn't negate the fact that the restrictions clearly states that no more than this amount of individuals, no more than that amount of individuals within a confined space. Now, if you're out in the public, there's no more than 10 people is allowed to cluster together. No more than 10.
Yes.
And right.
I do.
So if there's no more than 10 in a public domain, right? For me personally, I think that's straight across the board. Even in private homes, anybody with common sense is going to say that here, what? It's better to just have 10. So if you're adhering to the COVID restrictions, just have 10 people within your home at any point in time. So, but what Gary Griffith is saying to me in a nutshell is that so long as they're not charging by the door, it's okay. Because you don't have to send it out you don't have to put it up on social media that you're having as this party. I could come and tell you, Maggie, so
you feel that so what you're saying, what you are basically saying to me, Kevin,
let me hear
that even if I don't send out a fee
or an invite to in terms of social media.
Let me get my point clear.
Go ahead.
Let me get my point
Yes,
clear.
Madam Speaker. Yes, let me thump the desk.
Come on. Overruled. So what it is you're saying to me is that, all right, as long as I took a fee and I advertised and I wear this banner thing that represents the party, right? Whatever it is they call it. I'm not a party person. I will be violating the COVID restriction, right? So you are saying now that between the wedding and the Zessa party, they both were in violation. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, the both of them were in violation of the COVID-19.
But how?
But you see the thing...
Because a wedding, you invite a certain number of persons. If you cannot provide an invitation to me upon entry of the function, you are not allowed in.
But
whereas if there's a party, Kevin, I could come in, I don't have the ticket or whatever, and I had the $50 in my pocket and I reach by the door. The bouncer say, all right, give me the money, and I step in. That's violation. I understand what it is he's saying. I fully well understand what he's saying. I think basically it's just fearing us, knowing what the COVID gives to the human body. I think it's basically the fairness.
I believe that both, and according to Miss Hercules here on the live, I believe that both should be shut down. I believe that. I believe that both of them should just be shut down the both of them and done. You understand me? Because first thing to begin with, the both of them have a how to put it, a concentrated amount of people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And to me, it is far beyond what's supposed to be. Even okay, all right. Here where and these were I said, even if you really dive deeper into it, it's an oxymoron, because you can't say well, in your vehicle, in your personal vehicle, you can be charged. Even if you have your wife and your 2 kids in the car, all of you have to wear a mask, right? You can be charged.
Yes, you can.
It, right. So, but you see,
because even it's not only you alone occupying your vehicle.
But you see, the thing about it is, and this is where most people were having the disgruntlements, that is a private vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
If you understand me, it is not a vehicle that pulling taxi on the road. It's a private vehicle. So if you can charge me in my private vehicle with my family, right? Then I believe that they have the authority to go and tell these people you are in breach of the COVID-19 restriction, having this quantity of people. That is what I'm saying. Because the quantity of people is the problem.
Okay.
The quantity of people, to me, in my opinion, the quantity of people is the problem for me. And that is why I believe that he should not have separated the two. I understand in terms of where the separation came, why the separation came, because one you had to pay and one you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But that is beyond the point to me. The point to me is that I believe that everybody should be painted with the same brush. If you're shutting down one, shut down the next one.
Okay. All right. You got your point.
Yeah. If you're shutting down one, shut down the next one. Now, the I poll question, people, the I poll question. Do you believe that Mr. Gary Griffith, our dear Commissioner of Police, was fair to the 250 persons in comparison to that wedding with the 1%? Do you believe that? Do you believe that he was fair in how he dealt with the both instances? Answer that question for me many times. Right? You can call the lines.
You can call 717-9591 or WhatsApp us at 734-6355. You can send your voicemail as well. But Kevin, before we open up the lines, all right, I would like us to pay some bills.
All right.
We have to pay the bills, the bills, have to be paid.
Yeah.
All right? So Lowlands Mall, Tobago, it's merry time of the year again. It's Christmas at Lowlands Mall. Lowlands Mall is the #1 shopping entertainment center for Christmas 2020. This Friday and Saturday, November 27th and 28th, come and enjoy a huge Black Friday sale at Lowlands Mall. Get big savings throughout the mall and enjoy live entertainment on Saturday the 28th from 3 p.m. Also, check out the latest movies and the delicious in-house dining and takeaway from the food court at Lowlands Mall. I think I want to visit there, Kevin. I think I want to go there. It's Black Friday.
Oh, wait, we reached there already?
Yes.
What?
Best Bites Food Sanctuary. That is Auntie Marva. They will be having their Christmas brunch on December the 4th, which I believe it's next week, right?
Okay.
At the Stumpy's compound in Canaan from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Menu: roast beef, fried bake, sweet bread, cake, pulori, saltfish, fried fish, ham, chicken, sausages, pumpkin, body salad.
What?
But you have one meat of your choice and you get a free drink for $40. To place your orders, please call at 389-2894 or WhatsApp Street 919FM at 734-6355. All right, so you can WhatsApp us here at Street 919 to place your orders. And we are the liaison between Best Bites Food Sanctuary and the public. So you can WhatsApp us your orders. All right, Lucky Food Dollar. Catch our 3-day yard sale at Lucky Dollar Tobago. Get unbeatable prices and scratch and dent items. Up to 50% off selected items. Get free gifts with purchases, plus 20% off on credit items for only $9.99 and over. You can get that deal at 18 months and over. Come check us out this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Customers will need to provide their own transport. Catch the 3-day yard sale at Lucky Dollar. You can't go wrong. Offer ends on November the 21st. So I believe that offer has ended already.
Okay,
all right, so that's Lucky Dollar.
Okay.
Check them out today, people.
Well,
they have, great things in store, great stocks. I know this Christmas, we would not be having a very bright Christmas because I think it will be virtual.
Oh,
we will be having a virtual Christmas this year. So no more paranging and or this one going by this one. No more big gatherings, no more big lime.
Well, yeah,
Boxing night lime.
Remember, according to Mr. Gary Griffith again, we can have the people within the house and not get charged because that's what he's saying. This is as one texter to Facebook said. You invite people to weddings too. Another texter to Dexter says, if families that you missed or you have friends that just drop in. No, that's just the thing. Even self, and that is Dwayne Thompson. Mr. Dwayne Thompson, let's just be a bit frank here. Let's just be a bit real. Yes, you have families that drop in, and yes, you invite people, and that is a good point though. You do invite people to weddings, right? The same way you invite people to a how to put it, quote unquote, Zessa party. You know that.
I think you're offended by these Zessa parties.
No, it's not that I'm offended by it.
I find you just on this Zessa thing.
No, it's just that is the ignorance of the people, and I don't like my people to be ignorant. That's the party of today. No, I don't like my people to be in ignorance. At the end of the day, we are trying to beat this thing. Now, gladly based upon statistics, based upon who got tested, Tobago has no current cases, which is good.
Based upon who got tested. Right. and that is just the thing, and that is the scary part that people that is overlooking. You understand me? They are overlooking that part because if, let's just say, I didn't get tested, you didn't get tested, Mega didn't get tested. You understand me? So what you can't really put a statistic based upon who did not get tested. You understand me? Yeah.
So for me, everybody's supposed to be thinking, safety. Safety is first. Safety is the paramount. So if we're thinking about safety, then we're supposed to adhere to the rules. And to me, I find Mr. Gary Griffith, no offense to him, but I believe that he should have treated. Now, do I understand? Now, don't get me wrong, people. Do I understand why he treated this as a party the way he did? Because they paid and this and that and the other and so forth and so forth. Don't just I'm not looking at it from that paying aspect. I'm looking at it from the gathering aspect. And that is what I want people to comment on right now. So comment on Facebook and via Texter to Dexter via WhatsApp. And let me hear your comments. Let me hear what your take is concerning that what Mr. Griffith said in terms of the different treatment between the two. Let me hear.
I want to say a very good morning to Digo Martin, Miss Noel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's locked in and listening. So I want to say good morning, honey. I do hope and trust all is well with you. Greetings to your family. It's so nice to see that we have Trinidad locked in.
Well, right. No, well, it's nice to see that, people actually are listening, listening on and seeing exactly to how we view it.
But something, I'm not straying from our topic or conversation, whatever. But something came to my attention last night. And it's about the grandfather that raped his 7-year-old grandson.
Wow.
That thing sent shivers up. We are supposed to be protecting these children. We are supposed to be protecting these children. And the people who these children look to for protection is violating these children's privacy. And you see, the sad thing about it, they always get away with a fine. And then the case going on for years and years and years and years. But the good thing is, there is he cannot come 100 feet within that child.
Do you believe that that 100 meters or 100 feet or however you want to put it, do you believe that makes sense? Because and the reason why I'm saying that, because a predator will continuously be a predator, you know.
Yeah, but what caused this? I mean, come on, you're a grandfather.
Well,
which means you were once a father.
Well.
So what possible, I will say, demon will drive you to that point where you will look at your flesh and blood and do something like that?
Well,
come on.
Well, that is just the thing, eh? To be honest with you, Maggie. To be honest with you, I don't want to dive too much into that because that's a very touchy topic.
Yeah, it is.
Eh?
It is.
That is a very touchy topic, and I believe that we could save that for another day. But
why do I feel like you're avoiding my topic? Why do I feel like you just set out to purposely oppose me this morning?
No,
you set out to purposely oppose me.
No, it's with love. It's with love. It's with love. But no, but you see that topic, it's a very touchy topic, and I would like the public to actually weigh in on where that is concerned. I would like them to weigh in with that because, you know, I want to hear the public's view on what they think about this person, this individual, this relative taking advantage of this young man in such a way that would not tarnish his mind for the rest of his life. You understand me? No.
All right. I have not continue across. I have Miss Anne-Marie. She is my bestie.
Okay.
So I have her on my WhatsApp. Miss Anne-Marie, would you like to give some views on the topic we are on today, which is the relocation of the Scarborough Correctional Facility.
The closure.
Miss Anne-Marie. So also you're going with the closure.
It's the closure. They haven't. Basically, the thing about it is they haven't relocated to any.
But they have to.
But they have to.
They have to.
They have to. But they haven't relocated to any thing. So right now.
So Miss Anne-Marie Noel.
Yes.
My bestie.
Hello, Miss Anne-Marie.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning to Shelley. Good morning to Ajani. Good morning to Isaiah.
Hey, good morning to everyone that is listening via our frequency. Yes.
Good morning, Hazel.
And I know we strayed a little bit. We strayed a little bit, even with the party thing. We strayed a little bit. So the main thing is, do you think that Mr. Keith Rowley is continuously slapping us in our faces when he made that statement in the news? Let me read a bit for you. What he said in the papers. Mr. Rowley replied, "It being a temporary facility, whether there were complaints or not, it would have been such temporary." How do you feel about that? Because as I said before to the now coming on listeners, I feel that is a slap in the face to Tobagonians. That is a slap in the face. Whether there were complaints or not, it doesn't. That means you don't care about the citizens. I could go so far to say that you don't care about the residents of that particular area. You don't care, regardless of what you are if you say that you are putting it there, you are putting it there. You understand me? That means you're not, and that is clear disrespect to the people that placed you into power in the first place. And if we want to carry that stretch so far, let me put it like that, because I just find that, and I said it yesterday. To me, it seems as though, since as we don't have a division of security on the island of Tobago,
right?
They can just come in and do whatever they please and go back. Because as I said before, one of the how to put it, main listeners of the radio station referenced and said that the THA did know. But you see, the thing about it is, if the THA didn't know, why did had to take a press release the day after the commissioning of the facility for the chief secretary to shut it down? That is my question. That is what is is something that I'm really not understanding. I'm not understanding it. I really not understanding.
There are so many things that we don't understand, but we have to wait on sort of valid explanation.
Yeah, and I don't find, to me, there's lack of transparency with the residents of the island. There's a lack of transparency between authority and the residents on the island. And the texters, or let tell me if I'm just talking here, but that's just it. And the residents had something to say pertaining to the closures, and the actual headline was "Stand for Your Rights," and I agree with them. Stand for your rights. One of the individuals, Mr. Mark Renrick, in the papers yesterday, he said that the residents feel good about the closure because we only want one result. It was not about policy. We just wanted this thing to go, and we have gotten what we wanted. That is all the residents wanted. All the residents wanted was, the facility to be removed. That is all the resident wanted, and that is what they got. So whether Mr. respectfully, Mr. Prime Minister had said, in a yea or nay, as far as he's saying, he's slapping the residents in their faces because the residents wanted it just to go, and Mr. Prime Minister is saying that whether there were complaints or not, it doesn't matter.
All right. So, Kevin, let's just hold all comments and all calls as we're about to pay some bills. So, people, we're going to be right back because, we got to pay those bills.
Yes.
We got to pay those bills.
Yes.
More than just a hardware, Almondo's Do It Best has the widest variety and highest quality in building materials, tools, furnishings, and fittings for your future projects, no matter how big or small. This Christmas, have paint mixed to suit your unique palette. You can even name your color. Imagine your very own Barry Blue or Julie's Lime Green. Lighting, blinds, appliances, you name it for Christmas. Almondo's has got it the best. But that's not all. For Christmas, Almondo's is building miles of smiles with a wide assortment of Christmas toys on special from this month. You are building a future for you and your entire family. So do it best. Do it with Almondo's, making the best even better. Call or go online at www.doitbest.com to learn more.
Change is the only constant in life, and 2020 is definitely the year of changes. Eastern Credit Union is here to make life easier for you with our Seasons Change Loan campaign. Get up to 10 times your shares and have a chance to win a grand prize of $20,000 cash. And to make it even sweeter, your first full payment will be due on January 31st, 2021. Call Eastern Credit Union at 800-4328 or visit our website at www.ecunewexperience.com to apply for your Seasons Change Loan today. Special conditions may apply and loans are subject to normal lending criteria. This promotion runs until December 31st, 2020 and is approved by the NLCB.
Eastern Credit Union, leading the way.
Santa, a letter come from the number one hardware. Read it. Wait, say. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the number one hardware has decided to assist all citizens of Tobago by slashing all prices store-wide. ride. Ho, ho, ho.
What? Santa, what does they say?
The grade 1 hollow-clay block going at $1,575 per pallet. 6-inch concrete block, $1,250 per pallet. 8-inch concrete block, $1,250 per pallet. And 4-inch concrete block, $1,200 per pallet.
They also have a large stock of treated lumber that just arrived. Ply, cement, mild and corrugated steel, sand, and all your PVC and plumbing needs. In stock. Check them today and ask for all the other sale prices or call 639-1428. Plus, you could WhatsApp them on 686-9696. Remember, this sale ends very soon. The number 1 hardware, check them. Located at the corner of Friendsfield, Bright Oak Stadium. And don't forget, one more thing, Santa.
The number 1 hardware, building Tobago stronger. Ho, ho, ho.
You wanna see good food making. You wanna see jam and jam.
They don't call Dashing King for nothing. Tune into the Tobago Festivals Network online to find out how versatile the taro root really is on the step-by-step series, the Blue Food Edition. Episodes air from November 23rd to 26th on the Festivals Commission's Facebook page and Tobago Channel 5 at 6 p.m. All you want to know something else? You could follow along and send in a photo of your dish to win a cash prize. I don't know about all you, but I for sure tuning in and cooking too. For further information, please visit the Tobago Festivals Commission Limited Facebook page using the handle at Tobago Festivals.
Tobago Festival.
This event is sponsored by
You wanna see good food making. You wanna see jam and jam. You wanna see culture display. I'll show you where to come. Tobago is dragon boating, blue food making, heritage, carnival shaking. Yes, come to Sweet Tobago Festival. Culture is king here, both ways and buko awating. Yes, come to Sweet Tobago Festival. We got jazz music, plenty fun can miss. Tobago Islanders, come Tobago, Sweet Tobago, making memories for life. Tobago Island nice, come here once, you must come twice. Tobago, Sweet Tobago, come, culturally magical. Tobago Festival.
We know you're tired of the old talk. Time for the facts to speak for themselves. Now you decide who really has the bigger, faster mobile network. Digicel's won the Speed Test Awards 2 years in a row with the widest coverage map in the country. See for yourself. Download Ookla and put Digicel to the LTE speed test and compare our coverage. We're not afraid to be honest. And that's real talk. Make the switch today. Digicel, the bigger, better, faster network.
This is Reverend Dr. Glenroy Frank inviting you to tune in every Monday evening at 6:15 for the Light and Life Outreach Program. This program is sponsored by the People's Pentecostal Church. So come join us live and hear this word of God that is able to build and to strengthen your life. The Light and Life Outreach Program every Monday, 6:15. God bless you.
They say water and electricity don't mix. Wow, that's shocking. Then you've never been to Westside Electrical and Plumbing. With more than a dozen years in the business, they are one of the best in the nation. Suppliers of quality electrical and plumbing materials for domestic and commercial installations. No need to panic in this pandemic. We provide panels to plugs, pipes to pumps in any variety or amount. Ask about our tradesman's discount. But wait, there's more. Are you sure? Yes, we specialize in electrical and plumbing installation, water pump parts and service, bathroom enclosures and tools. Ooh. Calm down and come down to number 20 Sincere Street, Canaan. Or even before you drive, WhatsApp your enquiry or order for pickup at 790-9375. Westside Electrical and Plumbing, we are number 1. Call us today at 639-8761.
Street 919 FM Tobago presents On the Street with the Street. Purchase a package and get 20 minutes live broadcast for free. Yes, you heard correctly. 20 minutes free as we bring Street 919 FM to you. This offer ends on the 31st of December 2020. For more info, you can call Maggie at 482-0385 or Kevin at 353-7174. Those numbers again are 482-0385 or 353-7174. Street 919 FM, where we keep the vibes real.
Anything can be yours. Every day we make dreams come to reality. All the best deals and songs, you can't go wrong.
Your number one stop for furniture, appliances, and electronics. Serving you since 1950. American Stores.
Anything can be yours at American Stores.
And that's what's going on now on the street. Make sure you visit Street 91.9 FM's Facebook and Instagram page. Just search Street 91.9 FM. Now, let's get back to the music.
Okay, Tobago, so we're back. Kevin, I do have a response to the relocation or the shutting down of the correctional facility. And Miss Anne-Marie, her question is, did they take into consideration the children and the elderly persons in that community? She is elatedly happy that it was removed. So did they take into consideration the elderly? And it's the same thing I was saying. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
you have to take that into consideration.
Well, you see, that is the thing.
It's too much of a residential area.
Well, to respond to Miss Anne-Marie, to be quite honest, they didn't take nothing into consideration. They didn't take nothing. When I mean nothing, not one thing they took into consideration. They didn't take the residents into consideration, much less what you are speaking about, the children and the elderly and so forth and so forth. All right? So, to me, if they had taken the residents into consideration, then that location, they would have realized that location is... Well, what happened to procedure? What happened to protocol? What happened to all of these things? I find that, you know, we are lapsing in terms of the correct procedure, the way in which we should go about things. Because I just find that, you know, they're doing things anyhow. Because they choose to go with it, they go with it. And that's what I'm saying. And just coming back to our listeners, do you believe, or how do you take this statement by our dear Prime Minister, Mr. Keith Christopher Rowley, when he replied yesterday in the Tobago Newsday, where he said, it being a temporary facility, whether the residents complain or not, it would have been such. That is a very powerful statement to make, especially to the residents of that Glen Road area. I find it's very difficult to swallow. It's a very difficult pill to swallow.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So I just want to say hi to Mr. Jabari Fejami, way out there in New Jersey. New Jersey Lockdown. We have Mr. Dwayne Thompson keep hitting me up on Facebook and WhatsApp. We have Miss Zena Hercules hitting me up via Facebook and WhatsApp. I want to say thanks to everybody for listening in on View It with Kevin and Maggie. on 91.9 FM this morning. Right, this morning, just for the viewers that now locked on, we are talking about the closure of that correctional facility and it being a temporary, according to Mr. Rowley, it being a temporary facility. And do you agree with his statement where he said, and I'm going to repeat it again, where he said that it being a temporary facility, whether they complain or not, it would have been such temporary. And I believe that the residents spoke for themselves, because the residents in another article said that all they wanted was for the facility to be removed, and it was. So whether they take Mr. Rowley's statement to heart or not, they don't care what he has to say once it is removed. And that is as far as I've gathered from this article. The residents just wanted it to be removed, and they got it.
But do you think that if they had taken another step forward by meeting with the people, having a meeting with the people of the community, do you think that they would have agreed with having that facility there?
No, well, based upon this article and based upon the residents' outcry, I highly doubt that they would want that there. And
because sometimes we tend to lash out during a situation when it involves our territory, but we weren't
informed and involved in the decision making.
So sometimes it's not what we do, but how we do it. So I think that maybe, just maybe, if they had met with the people of the community, enlightening them, well, listen, we're putting a facility here, whatever, maybe they would have been a bit lenient in having the prisoners or the correctional facility relocated there. But I think too, maybe because they weren't informed. I mean, it come like you coming into my house and just putting something inside of my house that don't belong to me, and I'm supposed to accept that. I won't.
True.
I won't.
True.
Right?
And I agree. The residents were very disgruntled about how they handle things. As I said, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. But I just don't like the mere fact that they are able. And I would echo it. I just don't like the mere fact that they are able to come and commission a facility. You understand? And the THA knows little to nothing about it. And then if what the Texter to Dexter is saying is true, and they did know about it, and they changed what the facility was for. It doesn't matter what they changed what the facility was for. At the end of the day, the facility is what it is. It's a correctional facility. It is what it is. It's a correction. It's a correctional facility.
Yeah.
So regardless of what they changed what it was for or not, whether it be temporary or not, the mere fact that it is a correctional facility is the point. That is just it, and I believe that is what residents speaking to. I believe that is what they are articulating to. I believe that is what they want. They just want this thing removed from their constituents, or if you want to say from their village. They want this. They just want this thing removed, and they got it, and they are happy for it. So whether Mr. Rowley, with all respect, whether Mr. Rowley says what he says, it doesn't matter once it is removed. Now, based upon what he's saying in the papers, and I want people to comment on this. Based upon what he's saying, do you think that is a slapping the face to Tobagonians? To say that whether they complain or not, and Maggie, that whether they complain or not, it doesn't matter. That's just it. That's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling that they are continuously slapping us in the face.
So we have another comment, and she is saying, I can't comment on that statement by the Honorable Prime Minister. She is shocked by the statement and the meaning. So it basically comes back to what you said. It was a slap in the face.
Yes.
And I think it's about time that we Tobagonians stand up. It's about time that we stand up and said that's enough.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. You know, we need to set standards for ourselves in accepting things and not accepting things. We need to set those standards because eventually we're going to be like yeah and nay. And we don't want to be yeah and nay, or we don't want to be yeah.
Yeah,
we need to set these standards for ourselves that in the event something does arise and we are not comfortable with it, we say no. And we stand by that no. So we need to set these standards for ourselves.
I agree. But let's dive a little deeper into something here, Maggie. And I said that we need to set standards.
We need to set standards.
Do you agree with the mentality of some Trinidadians where Tobago is the child of Trinidad?
Well, they tend to think that, I'm not contradicting anyone, people, but they tend to think that, yes, we are the
smaller sister.
The smaller sister.
The smaller sister.
Right?
They are the parents and we are the child.
They are bigger to us. When, as we said yesterday, we were the one nourishing them.
That's just
we
the thing.
Still are. To a point. We still are.
To a great extent, if you want to. No, to a great extent.
Right, because back in the 70s and the 80s and way before I was born, we nourished Trinidad.
No, but you see, that is the thing. And
so I think now that our nourishment is running out and they have to now nourish us, they think they have the upper hand. But I mean, come on, it's a give and take situation. It's a give and take. It's a give and take.
I would like to hear the public's views. Text me via Facebook, text me via WhatsApp, text us, give us a call.
Give us a call at 717-9591, or you can WhatsApp us at 734-6355. Send us your voicemail, send us your text. Let us have your view. Remember, this is View It, and your view matters to us.
Yeah, to me, it's about time. It's about time that we come out of that mentality. And based upon what you said a while ago, I don't believe that that Tobago is the sister, and as you said correctively, Tobago has always been the bread and butter in the sense of the growth of Trinidad, if I could say that much, based upon history.
Right.
Tobago has always been the how to put it, the starting point of Trinidad actually reaching somewhere, in the development of Trinidad. And I really don't want to get back down deep into the history of it, but people do some reading, and as they say, the people perish for lack of knowledge and all of these things. But really and truly, we have a lot of ignorant people living on both islands. They need to be educated as to what really the history of Trinidad and Tobago and where we are going as a people, because we need to understand where we are going. If we have a general election that we only could choose 2 candidates, imagine that. We only have to choose 2 candidates between Mr. Rowley and Miss Kamala Prasad Bissessa. And at this point, the views on the ground is choose the lesser of the evils. You understand? And I find that was a very difficult pill to swallow as a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. I find that was a very difficult pill. And even if we're speaking to the correctional facility, again, I really and truly don't like that statement, Maggie. I'll be honest with you.
Nobody likes the statement because it's very offending.
Yes, I don't like it.
Nobody likes the
I would
statement.
like to hear what Mr. Rowley has to say after listening back to that statement, how he feels about it. Being that he's from Tobago, he's from Mason Hall. You understand? I grew up right in Mount Grace, which is 2 villages away, 2 to 3 villages away, right? How does he feel about that? About slapping his fellow Tobagonians in their faces like that?
I don't know why is it people see us as, how to put it, a less, I don't want to say the word I want to say, so I'm going to put it nicely, a less intelligent body.
Wow. Wow,
let me put it nicely.
What? That is putting it nicely? That's not putting it
so
nicely?
Nice. Why do they see us as a less intelligent body? And when I say body, I don't mean an individual, but Tobago on the whole. Why is it that they see us that way? Is it because we tolerate things that they won't? Because trust me, they would not tolerate that. You realize every little thing happens in Trinidad, they want to protest, and they protest, and they protest, and they protest. And we people here, we're so afraid of protesting. Listen, if I have to go out there and protest, I will go and protest.
No, but you see,
I will go.
I have heard this statement. I have heard this statement many times.
Yeah, they see us as less intelligent body.
Let me start with
I
that.
have to put it nicely.
And that is not putting it nicely, Maggie.
That is so sweet.
No.
That is very sweet.
That is very uncouth. That is very uncouth.
That is so sweet.
No, because
it can't get sweeter than that.
What? You could have sweetened that tea a little bit more, man.
No, a little bit more. You got diabetes.
No, let me turn diabetic. Because to say that we are less intelligent.
When I say intelligent, I don't mean bookwise. I mean where we have in common sense, or they find that, all right, them Tobagonians and them, they're easy to work over. You understand where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I understand. And I would say that the reason why that thought comes into people's mind is because we allow things to happen as a people. What I mean by we allow, we how to put it? As I said yesterday, we are very cultured people. We don't like confrontation.
I am not bashing my home.
No. I'm not saying that.
I'm living in Tobago for 20, 30 plus years, so I consider myself a Tobagonian. But really and truly, this is how they look at Tobagonians. They see us at that level, and it's time we come out of that. I think it's time we rise above that, because other countries see us and acknowledge us. So why doesn't our own?
It's just a thing. I wouldn't say that we are not being acknowledged the way in which we should have. And I was just before you even got into that, I was just saying that our fellow Tobagonians are people that I believe we don't like confrontation. We don't like confrontation. We don't like people to walk over us, but we don't like that set of loudness. Trinidad is as we know is different in terms of mentality to the average Tobagonian, and I would, because
they like to stand up for what they believe in, and so should we. We need to stand up.
It's not that we don't. Yes, in some degree we don't stand, and I would continuously say that yes, we do need to stand up, but you need to know when to. And that's just the thing. The correct forum hasn't been put in place for Tobagonians to really think, and this way I am upset at our fellow Tobagonians when THA election comes around, because THA elections is where we're supposed to be voicing our views, voicing our disgruntlements over the past term, if you understand what I'm saying.
Right.
Over the past term, and I would say that it's not about fear. It's not about it's just about us leaving things the way in which it is, because we don't want the headache, we don't want the stress.
Let me just say good morning to you, Kim. How are you? Thanks for locking on with us. So we have another viewer added to our live.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
But yes, I would like to hear from the people. Do you think that do you think that Tobagonians I don't agree with Maggie in terms of the context in which she said, but she sweetened it up nice. I don't agree. But my question to Dexter right now is, do you think that Tobagonians are too laid back in terms of fighting for their rights? And I know that is a very ticklish topic for people, but do you believe that Tobagonians should be a bit more vocal in terms of, the administration for the island of Tobago, as well as to get so that our fellow sister isle would have a different view on us? Or do you believe that would change their view?
All right, so I have another comment here, and I don't think I wish to call her name. She's going to remain anonymous. But she says, yes, Trinidad people think Tobago people are stupid. All right, so let me say that the views of the people, I'm putting out a disclaimer, please. The views of the people are not the views of Street 91.9 FM. So she's saying yes.
She's saying yes.
Think Tobago people are stupid.
No, and that's just the thing. And I believe that Tobagonians are responsible for that, for Trinidadians having that opinion on us, though, because we just sit back and allow things to happen. But just the texter, I would reply to you, love. Even self, they do think that way. If you watch at the and I made it in a statement while we were here on break, with me and Maggie was having a discussion, and I told her, I said, well, Tobago is a place where we don't like certain things, we don't indulge ourselves in certain things. So you realize that the mentality of the people is different. We are more reserved. It's like could I use the word sly fox? I could use the term sly fox because
we're not sly fox. No.
Yeah, I feel I could venture that way. I feel I could venture that way where we are. No, the reason why I say it like that is because if you watch at it, the average Tobagonian. Let me hear.
Let me put it another nice way for you.
Let me hear.
We are just closet fighters.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We are not sly fox. We are just closet fighters.
Oh, go, Maggie.
I'm going real nice way today.
But
I am going so nice for you today. But
texter that said that yes, the texter that Maggie would not like to disclose. I'm glad of your honesty. I'm happy that you are honest, that Trinidadians believe that. And I would say no, that Tobagonians are not. We are highly educated. We just choose not to really exercise, that or waste that. Should I say that? Or waste that mental capacity to fight in things that deem unnecessary to really be vocal about. And I believe that instead of wasting the time fighting vocally in unnecessary forums, I believe that Tobagonians, as Maggie said, as Maggie put it, fight in the closet. We tend to fight in the background. Do the things that are necessary to actually, change things.
All right. So we are going to pay some bills. We're going to be right back. So hold all those texts. We're going to be right back.
Hate being ignored as a business owner? You want to be heard? You want to succeed? Then you must advertise on 919 Tobago. Get real results for your advertising. We have standard packages specials that fit your budget. Spend only what you want and nothing more. For more info, you can call 225-4231 or 369-6414 today.
We know you're tired of the old talk. Time for the facts to speak for themselves. Now you decide who really has the bigger, faster mobile network. Get yourselves won the Speed Test Awards 2 years in a row with the widest coverage map in the country. See for yourself. Download Ookla and put Digicel to the LTE speed test and compare our coverage. We're not afraid to be honest, and that's real talk. Make the switch today. Digicel, the bigger, better, faster network.
And that's what's going on now on the street. Make sure you visit Street 91.9 FM's Facebook and Instagram page. Just search Street 91.9 FM. Now, let's get back to the music.
All right, so we're back.
Nice.
Right, so as we were saying, right. So we had a little technical difficulty there. So, to my texter, I do apologize that you feel that way, right? As I said, the views of the people are not the views of Street 919 FM. But I think that was such a strong statement to say that, yes, they think Tobago people are stupid. I would have put it so nicely, I would have polished it up a little bit, and, but I do thank you for your comments. All right.
Where do we
Where do we go from there?
Where do we go from there?
Where do we go from there?
That's just the thing. The most we can do as a people is do what we need to do every 4 to 5 years. Do what we need to do every 4 to 5 years, which is go out and vote. And I see much people don't like voting because, they see that things hasn't been,
because
changing.
we get disappointed every time.
No, but you see the thing
promises are made and they are not fulfilled. If they are fulfilled, it's with how do I put it? There is some catch to it, right? The promises aren't fulfilled.
But you see, but that's just the thing. As I said, as one texter to Facebook said, only a fool does the same thing all the time and expects a different result.
Right.
No, that's just the thing. You can't expect to be putting in one clique of people all the time and expect things to be different. You could never think that. At the end of the day, you just can't expect that. We went from DAC to NAR. We went from NAR to PNM. Now,
Right.
PNM has been the longest.
PNM has been there from inception.
If we're looking right,
most victorious party there is.
right, and that's because of the promises that have been made over the years. No, the thing is, if we're looking at party.
Right.
If we're looking at party, I believe that PNM has been the longest. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they have. Yeah.
And in political power, and all the disgruntlements right now is, to me, and I said it yesterday, is lack of positive administration, positive leadership. Tell me if I'm wrong, people, but it's a lack of positive leadership and administration of the people. I believe that it stems from there. So all the disgruntlements and all the how to put it, the quote unquote thoughts that people may have in their head is just that. So for me personally, I believe that if people just use what is given to them, use what you have. If you understand me, my grandmother always tell me that, use what you have. You have 4 years to watch and see what people are doing. If they're not performing, then remove them. But I know most people have this question whenever election come around. Who are we going to put there? And why is it we're going to put somebody there that don't have us in mind? You understand me? That not listening to us, that not giving us what we're looking for. And that is just the thing.
That is why I was saying that we need to invest heavier, or the government or the THA body per se needs to invest heavier into agriculture. Remember I was telling you that?
Yeah, but it's not just about and that's just the thing. It's not just about agriculture. It's not just it's about the total. It's about holistic leadership.
Even chicken and these things, we have to be importing these things. Let's go into these things on a wide scale. Let's go into it on a wide scale. Let's start back to get a little independent.
No, I agree. But it has, okay. In order for people to move in the direction the people are supposed to move, they need somebody to lead them. Not many people are leaders. You understand me? And that's the reason why we elect the elite among us to lead us into a direction that would benefit all of us. Right? And there's where the problem lies. And I believe that if Tobagonians have an issue and by extension Trinidad have an issue with their leadership, then change it. But the problem, as I said, on the ground with most people is that they're not seeing anybody else to put, and nobody isn't rising up because the politics game is a very nasty game.
It is.
Is a very nasty game.
Even if you know you have anything in your closet, any little skeleton, don't go into politics.
But
do not enter politics if you have any little skeleton.
But you see, the thing about the thing about it is,
do not venture there.
Why? For me personally, if you have skeletons in your closet, that is when you should venture into politics.
Why?
Yeah?
Why?
No, because you see, you are human.
We all are.
Right.
We are prone to mistakes.
Right. And for me, knowledge is based in our mistakes.
True. You have a point there. I will agree with you here.
Knowledge is
I agree. All right.
Knowledge is based on our mistakes because if you have a child and the child sees a hot iron and they tell the child don't go and touch that hot iron, and then all of a sudden your back turn and the child go and touch the hot iron, trust me, they would learn, because when the heat touch them and the ball along the place, they ain't going to touch that again.
Right.
You understand me?
Yeah.
So I believe that it's not about who don't have skeletons in the closet or anything of that nature. I believe is that we need to pick people that you know that are the best leaders, that have people, and then they must have people that could be able to counsel them in the correct manner. If you understand what I'm saying,
I do.
They must have people to educate them a little bit more. Because not one person knows everything. And that is why we have counselors. That is why we have individuals behind these leaders, giving them the advice. And the counselors are supposed to be the ones on the ground talking to the people, so that at least, we wouldn't be able to please everybody. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But we will please them to some degree, or to some degree in terms of how we administrate, and that is what it lacks. It lacks transparency. It lacks the proper leadership, and it lacks a lot of things. But the thing is, most people complain about things and then do nothing to change it. You understand? We do nothing.
Hence the reason why we have to comply and then
complain.
Yeah.
But you see, the thing about it is, the problem with complying, let's just deal with that. The problem with complying is that, comply to what?
Comply to the change. If it is that you need a change.
Okay.
I mean, because we've tried so many parties.
Mm-hmm.
We've tried the NAR, we've tried PNM, we've tried TOP, we've tried UNC. Come on.
Yeah.
So to some point, we did get results.
Mm-hmm.
But how much of that 100% results we got?
But you see, that's just
right?
the thing. Nobody could articulate to that.
And we will always be going through this.
Yeah.
We met it and we are going to leave it. We're always going through that.
And you see, and that is the problem that I'm having, because we today, we are the leaders, we the decision makers of today. We structure how the tomorrow would be.
Exactly.
Right? And I believe that we really need to, take a drift as to what exactly we want our future to be in terms of for our kids.
Right.
You understand? And for me personally, tell me if I'm wrong, people via Facebook and WhatsApp and via Texter to Dexter, tell me if I'm wrong, right? We need change. We are asking for change, but nobody is willing to actually step up to the plate to offer up themselves to add to the change, to what we call the future. Nobody is willing.
Let me just say hi to Junior Cox. I realize he's on the live. Mystic Stars, good morning. To my good friend and past co-worker, Gangali, good morning, honey. Lisa Thomas, good morning. Good morning to everyone on the live.
Yes, good morning
Welcome
to everybody.
To View It. Your views matters to us. Before we go into anything else, let me just say that PRW got covered. They got you covered. Check out PRW for your camera systems. All right, they're located at lot number 111 Birchwood Triangle, Lowlands. Same compound as the Amalgamated Security. They got lots in stock for you today. They have HB ink and toners, Bluetooth speakers with subwoofers for only $260, smart and non-smart TV for $1,500, wireless chargers, UPS, surge protectors, replacement UPS battery, stationery, office chairs, perfume, microwave, heavy-duty printers, laminators, wire presenters, and so much more. Check out PRW today, or you can call them at 285-9779, extension 501 or 502. Or you could contact them at another number, 660-8779. All right, you can check them out on Facebook as well, PRW Enterprises Tobago, or you can email them at prwe.com. They have a 3-month layaway plan available as well. All right, so if you're looking for all your technical monitors, you have your bulbs, they even have smart bulbs for $450. They have DVR, they have monitors. Check out PRW today. They're located on the same compound as Amalgamated Security Firm. And we have Racetrack Wheel. They're located at 330 Eastern Main Road, Arouca. And in Tobago at 82 Bethany Road, Buku, and 64 South Main Road, Chase Village. So if you're looking for those good quality tires and wheels, check out Racetrack Wheels today. All right, for further information, you can contact them at 642-1539 or 285-9168. Racetrack Wheels, you won't regret it. Better be safe than sorry. All right, and that broadcast we did by Racetrack Wheels, it was really, really nice. I enjoyed. Now it's making me feel to go purchase a vehicle.
Go purchase a vehicle?
Yeah, I think I need to go purchase because the combo was really, really, really.
Nah.
That combo, price was really great. I mean, you're getting 4 rims, 4 tires. What, the 15 inches?
Yeah, the 15 inch.
For $2,300?
Yeah.
Come on.
Around there.
That's an unbeatable price.
Yeah, and then the 17s and the 18s. Now, it actually made me feel to upgrade. To upgrade, but you see, I don't like this sports and thing, Maggie boy.
But you are involved in it, so how you don't like it?
No, boy, I don't like to be make-out boy. That make-out thing, boy. I don't like that make-out thing. I must pass and nobody must know is I pass.
So how will they know it's you? How will they know it's you?
When I open my mouth to speak.
Then don't speak? Then don't speak?
No, that's the reason why I don't speak. That's the reason.
Keep it.
That's the reason why I don't speak.
Alright, so you're live on View It. Your views matters to us with Maggie and Kevin. And in our company is DJ Mega Vibes. This DJ just keep disappearing. I don't understand why this DJ keep disappearing. This DJ just keep disappearing.
Well, no, because he doesn't want to be a part of the discussion. I believe that everybody is of...
He just keep disappearing,
you see, that's just the thing, People tend to not talk party, but that is evident within the within our society. Political parties.
It is
evident,
but then
and it would be there.
You don't have to establish which party I belong to.
No,
that is my private right.
No, but you see, that's just the thing.
Even who you belong to, Kevin?
For me?
PDP, PNM, UNC, TOP. Who you belong to?
I belong to me.
I belong to Jesus.
I belong to me. You understand? And my political views will always stand because at the end of the day, for me, I really and truly, honestly, most of the times I don't really believe in political parties, but I find myself, leaning towards the PDP a bit more because of,
I always knew you were a PDP, keep it. I always knew because I realized you just want to oppose me whenever I'm speaking. I realize it's a PDP.
And that's just the thing. It's not.
Don't worry, I'm not holding it against you.
I'm not
holding it against you.
No, but you see the thing about it is that it's not that I'm opposing anything, I'm not opposing as a PDP or anything of that sort. I'm opposing as an individual, just right is right, wrong is wrong.
You're all hearing him, Tobago.
Right is right, wrong is wrong. You know what? I believe that Tobagonians, and I've fed up with it. I'm a young person.
Right.
I've fed up with it in the Tobago space where they are.
But do you think that you being there will make a difference? Do you think you will be able to make a difference with the... No, you see, I turn it back to you, eh?
Yeah, I watching.
You started this, so let's finish it.
All right, let's go.
Let's finish it.
Let's go.
Do you think your existence there will make a vast difference among the youth of Tobago? What contribution could you give? No, multiple questions I have.
But I realize. So go ahead.
What contribution could you make to society, especially Tobago, that will change or put a little enlightenment on the youth of today? Come on. Conversation.
Right. All right. Let's go.
Conversation.
First thing to begin with, let me just put this out there. I am answering as an individual, and Maggie is throwing out this question to me as an individual. Questions. Let me be corrected. As an individual, right? As a young person living on the island, growing up on the island, and traveling.
Sorry.
Yes, as a young person growing up on the island, you know, you tend to observe a lot of things.
Right.
You tend to fall in line with what is the norm, and the norm is political parties. What I believe that I can, if I was to go up for elections, I believe that I can be a beacon of hope, because as a young entrepreneur myself, you know, coming from the background I came from, because I was a little bad boy when I realized that. Yeah, I was a little bad boy when I was going to school and things.
Right.
And you know, and according to Mr. Rowley, I wasn't just a bad boy. I was a little how we put it, how we phrased it.
I will say a menace.
No.
I will say a menace.
No. We just call those well-dressed individuals back in the days.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, Mr. Rowley said it that he was one also. One of those individuals that, you know, dress pretty well, you know. I try to remember the name for it. Texters, all help me out. We just call those people that just dress up in the nice little clothes and wear the nice little gold, and, you know, I don't know if it's
Saga boy.
Saga boy.
Yeah.
I was a nice little saga boy back in the days, right? And given, as I said, our being an effective leader, you had to be able to speak to all levels.
Right.
If you understand me.
Yes, I understand you. Go ahead.
Yeah, you had to be able to speak to all levels. Be able to identify with most of your society. Identify with them on both the youths as well as, you know, the elderly. And to me, I believe I could be a beacon of hope if I was to indulge. I would be a beacon of hope for the people, for me, in my personal view. And I can't remember the next question that you asked though. But
what contribution do you think that whatever contribution you have, will it be able to impact a difference on the youth of today?
Yeah. Because the youth of today are misguided. The youth of today are misguided. And if I hadn't done or been through some of the things in which I did, and haven't learned, go and study and do certain things and, you know, educate myself as to the history on Tobago, Caribbean studies and all of these things,
right,
then, you know, then I would have been just like them. And most of them did not get that schooling, so and did not.
My tablet needs to charge. I'm having a bit of
problems with it.
Yeah, it needs to charge, and the cord isn't long enough. But go ahead.
Yeah, to me, I believe that I would make a lot of contributions in terms of the young people, because the young people are the voters of tomorrow. And if you watch it, every election, whether it be THA or general election, the voters keep going down. People not voting, and the reason why people not voting, because to them it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, and they just feel as though they're not going to get what they want. They're not going to receive what they want, and I'm sure a lot of viewers are going to articulate to that. A lot of viewers are going to say that they don't get They don't get the fair due. Well, I see you smoking. What's going on there?
No, I'm sorry. One of my one of my viewers says, Maggie, you get me turning my head. I do humbly apologize, but my device needs to charge and I cannot charge it no other way, so I have to be holding it. So my apologies for having you, doing a rotation. I'm sorry. My apologies. My apologies.
Yeah. No, but that's just it. I believe that the larger the voting body needs young leadership now. I believe that it needs that, and let the older heads be in the background, counseling that young people.
Okay, because I
that
was
young
just
person.
about to say that we need the older heads to guide the youth.
Right, we need that.
We
but
cannot get rid of the older heads.
No, I'm not saying to get rid of them.
This is something that is really, if you look at the pattern of how things are today, our ancestors, when I say ancestors, don't get me wrong, but the previous politicians from way back have set certain foundations where politics is concerned. And as the era changes, it's losing its essence. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I would correct you there. I would.
To me, that certain things they set in place, it's either we add too much to it or we are taking away from it.
I would articulate
correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I would correct you there. The politics has been bad from the get-go.
Right.
It has been bad from the get-go. From ever since we joined in 1962.
Mm-hmm.
When we got our independence in 1962, the politics has been bad. And the reason why I say the politics has been bad is because, why should there be a fight? We're supposed to be holding one head. Why?
Supposed to.
You understand? Why should there be a fight in anything for anything, for leadership, or for anything at all where they put into the island? If we're moving, let's move as a body. You understand me? The head or the body cannot move without the head, and I believe that if we had a positive leadership in the past, we would have been able to have things going in the way in which we wanted it to go in the present day. And it's because of those bad decisions in the past why we are reaping the benefits of it today. And if you watch at it, it takes, as old people used to say in Tobago, when leaves drop in water, it don't rot in the same time. Right. Yeah. So the rotten water that we're getting right now, if I could use that term, the rotten water that we're getting right now is over a period. Because after we got independence in 1962, it took 22 years for them to establish a Tobago House of Assembly. If you understand me. And that is the watered down version if you actually research the original bill that was brought to the parliament.
But that is what I just said. It's either we taking away or we add in, and then it's losing its substance.
Yeah, and that's why I said I just.
So we need somebody now who will make a vast difference. And when they make that difference, we need to see and benefit from that difference. We need that, and that is what Tobago need. We need somebody to put us back on the map. We need somebody to put us back out there.
But you see the thing about, but we don't want. Right, but let me be careful. Let me be careful with that, because we don't want no yes people.
Well, we don't want no people either.
No, we don't want no yes people. We don't want no yes people. No yes people in the sense that when the older heads counseling them in thing and say
everything is yes.
Everything is yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Yeah. You sure you understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do this for me. Okay. Do that for me. Okay.
Right. Without question.
Without question. No. I don't want that. What I want is somebody that is able to think for themselves.
Right.
And kick against the powers that be. If you understand me.
I understand.
Kick against them. If need be. If it doesn't make sense, come out plain and say, here's what I'm not going with that. It doesn't make sense. And this is the reason why it doesn't make sense. Bam, 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 bam. You understand? Not just say, okay, all right. Everything, to me, I find that we technicalize everything. We made things too difficult to really get things going. Everything is due process, and it takes away. It takes too long. The process itself takes too long. It's too strenuous. It's too duplicated. Let's be like that. And That's just my view. I find that for a country to move forward, I believe that we need to do away with some of these duplicates, this duplicate system that we have. We need to do away with some of those things and just get right down into the go back to some of our roots and go back to digging the land. If you understand what I'm saying.
Right.
Go back to let me go hands on. Let's get hands on it.
So Kevin, Tobago, it was really, really nice having our viewers. Remember, this is View It, and your view matters to us. But it's about that time that we're about to wrap up. We do thank everyone for their contribution, right? You guys will see us again on Thursday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Coming up next is Lexi and DJ Mixmaster, but the sexy Lexi not here as yet.
I don't. I have no clue, you know. I have no clue.
The sexy Lexi not here, you know.
Yeah,
that is one amongst others transform real plenty, you know.
I wouldn't articulate to that. I'll reserve my comments. I do like the Prime Minister and keep. I should wait. No.
I plead the fifth.
You wrong?
I plead the fifth.
You plead the fifth?
All right. So this is Maggie and Kevin on View It, Street 919 FM. Your views matters to us. I want to say I love you, Tobago. I love you to all my clients, all my friends, everyone that's locked in on the live. I want to say thank you, and we're out. But before we leave, I think Kevin has something that he
yes, yes. The only thing I would say to my fellow citizens and to my fellow listeners, go with this. The decisions you make today structures your tomorrow. Whatever decision you make today, it will definitely affect your tomorrow. So make good decisions, people. Have a good one.
Okay, so we're out. Thank you. Street 91.9 FM Tobago presents On the Street with the Street. Purchase a package and get 20 minutes live broadcast for free. Yes, you heard correctly. 20 minutes free as we bring Street 919 FM to you. This offer ends on the 31st of December 2020. For more info, you can call Maggie at 482-0385 or Kevin at 353-7174. Those numbers again are 482-0385 or 353-7174. Street 919 FM, where we keep the vibes real.
You wanna see good food making, you wanna see jamming down, you wanna see culture display, I'll show you where to come. Tobago is dragon boating, blue food making, heritage, carnival shaking, yes, come to Sweet Tobago Festival. Culture is king here, both ways and buku awating, yes, come to Sweet Tobago Festival. We got jazz music, plenty fun can miss. Tobago Islanders, come Tobago, Sweet Tobago, making memories for life. Tobago Island nice, come here once, you must come twice. Tobago, Sweet Tobago, come, culturally magical. Tobago Festival.
Anything can be yours.